पगतली संपुट करी हाथ से पग ऊंचाई.
Now breathe calmly through your nose as you lay down on your back, with the knees raised, feet flat on the ground. Keep your hands by the feet as you push your hips up. Contract the perineal floor. Tuck your chin to the chest as you breathe in Mudra Kumbhaka. Exhaling as you keep Jalandhara, the throat lock engaged. Force the air out, intensely but gently, as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Unmukha Pitasana 2.
ऊर्ध्वे च जानुनी कृत्वा शवेत्वोर्ध्वमुखं तथा.
Now lower your entire body down onto the mat. Keep your hands flat, palms facing up next to your hips. Perform a Shakti Chalan Mudra. Forcefully pull the Kundalini Shakti up along your spine from the Muladhara to the Sahasrara chakra. Relax. Unclutch from any micro movements of your body and mind as you visualize your body is dead and Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is liberating you. Internally chant the Mahavakya Om Nityananda Paramashivoham in Shivasana.
उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तु शवासनं. शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारकम्.
Slowly return to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles, your elbows and your knees. Pull your knees up towards your chest. Rock your body from side to side. Relax your spine as you sit up in a comfortable cross-legged position. Congratulations, you completed the first 108 asanas of the sequence, the Pratama Vinyasa Krama. We are now going to move on to the next asana of the sequence. We want to complete with all the participants for all the technical glitches we are facing today. But now we hope everyone is able to hear and see us as we move on to the next asana, which is Yathasana. Now sit in a posture that brings ease to your physical and mental space. Any comfortable position is okay, as long as you bring your hands on top of the knees in Bindu Mudra, gaze forward, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, breathe in Samana Kumbhaka, inhale deeply into your stomach, hold your breath and visualize a flame rising up your spine. As you perform the Mula Bandha and internally chant the Japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, which is going to be the japa for the remainder of this session. Perform Yathasana Nishthasana.
पर्यङ्कं तत्समाख्यातं यथासंस्थं यथा स्थितिः.
Next up is Samasana. In a cross-legged position with your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra, visualize Swamiji and take prolonged inhalations and exhalations. Hold your breath each time you inhale fully.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु.
Next up is Muktasana. Now place the left heel against the groin and the right foot over top. Keep your hands on the knees, flat, as you visualize yourself as a sage liberated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
देशीमिनीं सूक्ष्मां दक्षिणेतरगुल्पतः.
Next up is Siddhasana. From the same position, shift your gaze to the third eye and your visualization to Swamiji.
स्थानसंयमितेन्द्रियोचलदृशा पश्यन् भ्रुवरन्तरं चैतन्मोक्ष प्रोच्यते.
Next up is Siddhi Asana. From the same position, shift your gaze to the ground in front of you. Engage all the wonders and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
वामपादकेडीजानो सीवनिमदितासुकोठानो.
Next up is Rudrasana too. As you maintain the same position, rotate your hands into Bindu Mudra on top of the knees. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Lord Rudra as you perform the Mula Bandha.
वामचरणपरिदक्षिणरागे एकजुगति ऐसे विदिदाखे.
Next up is Sandhadhunasana. As you maintain the same position, gaze to the nose and embody tranquility and an unshakable nature.
आसन की गुण मन की चंचलता मीटे.
Next up is Siddhasana too. Maintain one heel on top of the other as you bring your palms in front of the navel, with the palms cupped over each other in Samputa Mudra, resembling a lotus flower, as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
समासीना सिद्धासनमुदीरितम्.
What is he doing there? Next up is Bandha Yoni Asana. Maintain one heel on top of each other and set your sankalpa, your declaration to manifest through the womb of creation. As you get ready to enter Shanmukhi Mudra, locking off all your five senses with your hands. Close your mouth with ring and little fingers, your nostrils with the middle fingers, your eyes with the index fingers, and your ears with the thumbs.
यत्र मध्ये महादेवा बन्धयोन्यासने शृणु.
Next up is Virasana. Now place one foot on top of the opposite thigh and the other foot below the opposite thigh as you rotate your hands into Bindu Mudra and embody the state and space of bravery.
एकं पादमथैकस्मिन् विन्यस्योरुणि संस्थितः.
Next up is Valmikasana. From the same position, gaze to the third eye and visualize Sage Valmiki, the great poet and author of Ramayana.
पापगगी भगतली पुनियेडि है जोज.
Next up is Joni Mudrasana. From the same position, rotate your hands on top of the knees, keep them flat as you gaze towards your nose and visualize Yoni Mandala, the visual representation of Devi Paramashiva Shakti, which is projected in the top right corner of the screen.
वामपादगी भगतली जाहि माहिली कोर.
Next up is Yoni Asana. From the same position, shift your gaze to the third eye and visualize Yoni Mandala.
आसनं पर्वतेन योगं योगफलेनिलम्.
Next up is Padasana 3. Now join the soles of the feet together in front of your body with the heels close to your perineum. Hold the feet firmly with both hands. Gaze to the nose as you visualize yourself as Lord Veeravatra and perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
गुल्भौ च वृषणस्यादः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत्.
Next up is Aghorasana. As you keep your heels against the perineum, gaze up towards your third eye and keep your tongue up in Kechari Mudra. Press it against the palate of your mouth or lead it up along the nasal tract towards your third eye if you can. Now cover your mouth with the right hand. Close your left nostril with the index finger. Inhale through the right nostril. Then close both nostrils. Hold your breath. Exhale through the left nostril and change the sides again and again in Abhyantara Kumbhaka as you visualize yourself as an Aghori in Aghorasana.
कहो विश्रिका जोजी वाही विधि जोगी जैसो जी.
Next up is Kanadi Pavasana. Keep the toes of the feet together with the heels apart. Bring your elbows down on the heels as you hold onto your chin. Rest your chin on the hands. Engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha, stomach lock and root lock. As you exhale fully and hold your breath in Urichaka Kumbhaka and visualize yourself as a female elephant drinking water.
ग्वाली पाव आसन कक्ष्यो है जैसे याहू में जाने विदित से.
Next up is Padasana. Now, keep the soles of the feet together, your hands underneath, and raise your feet off the ground as you interlock your fingers in Parusha Mudra. Visualize Swami in your inner space as you perform the Mula Bandha.
ततोर्धुम्रे च येद्वाजुं मृदुनिश्वास संयुतम्.
Next up is Gopi Chandasana. As you interlock your fingers around the toes, lift your feet up with the toes towards your throat and the heels against your chest. Gaze towards your nose as you embody the state and space of a king.
पूर्व विधिपका का अंगूठा कंठ को पराशे.
Next up is Uddarasana. Now scoop your hands below the feet and hold the feet with interlocked fingers. Bring your feet up towards your face. Rest your chin on the soles of the feet as you gaze to the nose and visualize your body free from any defects.
दोवो भगदली संपुटटाने उभय हस्त परिवृतहिताने.
Next up is Vishishtasana. From the same position, lift your feet even higher. Bring your feet in front of your face with the interlocked fingers above your forehead. Visualize Swamiji in your inner. Visualize yourself excelling in everything as you perform the Mula Bandha.
दोबू बगदली जोड़ी संपुट करे.
Next up is Bhujasana. From a seated position, lift both legs over top of the respective shoulders. Bring your arms underneath the legs and up, interlacing your fingers around the back of your neck. Now, visualize yourself as a cobra as you perform the Mula Bandha.
शिरासनं तु विज्ञेयं कक्षासनमतः परं ग्रीवासनं च परमं भुजासनमिहोच्यते.
Next up is Kalyanasana. With your legs over top of the shoulders, bring your arms around and behind your back as you interlace your fingers behind. Visualize yourself as a beautiful, auspicious goddess as you perform the Mula Bandha.
दो हाथ पगों नीचे आने, तिनको घोड़ा नीचे ठाने.
Next up is Sankatasana. Now sit with the left foot flat on the mat, the perineum placed on the left heel. Stack your right knee over top the left. Gaze without focusing on any external object in Vaishnavi Mudra. Only focus on the object within. As you visualize yourself as an elegant swan, breathe in Ujjayi Pranayama, make an ocean-like sound with your mouth as you keep the navel region engaged. And internally chant the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham in Sankatasana.
वामपादं चितेर्मूलं शून्यस्य धरणीतले.
Next up is Dhenukasana. From Sankatasana, slide the left heel to the left hip. Keep the right knee over top. Interlock your fingers, place them on the top knee as you visualize a cow in your inner space and engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
अनुशागीनकरपञ्चणं वृषीलिन्दकल्यम्नीम्.
Next up is Machandalasana. As you place the right foot on the left thigh and the left foot on the right knee, reach the left arm behind your back. Try to reach for the opposite hip as you hold on to the opposite thighs. Twist your body even further. Gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
वामजङ्घभरतचिनटाने वामहस्तपिष्टीदिशाने.
Next up is Machandrasana 2. Now untwist your spine. Hold onto the big toes in Prana Mudra. As you lean forward and down, placing your forehead down on the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Mula Bandha.
प्रथमजीवना चरणजोजी वामजङ्घपरिराखे सोयी.
Next up is Guru Asana. From the same position, interlock your fingers and place them on the top knee. Engage all the bandhas as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, your Guru.
ऊरुमूले इतरपादस्य कनिष्ठिका प्रदेशगुल्भं संस्थाप्य.
Next up is Sankatasana on the other side. Now bring the top of the right foot flat on the mat. Sit on the right heel, stack the left knee over the right, and keep your hands on opposite knees as you visualize yourself as an elegant swan.
वामपादं चितेर्मूलं सन्न्यस्य धरणीतले.
Next up is Dhenukasana on the other side. Now sit on the ground with the heels outside the hips, hands on the top knee, visualizing a cow in your inner space.
अनुशागीनकरपञ्चणं वृषीलिन्दकल्यम्नीम्.
Now place the left foot on the right thigh and the right foot on the left knee. As you repeat Machandrasana on the other side, twist, holding on to opposite thighs with the right arm behind your back.
वामजङ्घभरतचिनटाने वामहस्तपिष्टीदिशाने.
With your legs in the same position, hold onto the big toes in Prana Mudra and lean forward and down in Machandrasana too.
प्रथम जी मनोचरण जजोजी वामजंग परिराखे सोई.
Rise back up. Interlock your fingers and place them on the top knee. As you engage all Bandhas and visualize Swamiji, your Guru, in Guru Asana.
ऊर्मूले इतरपादस्य कनिष्ठिका प्रदेशगुल्फं संस्थाप्य.
Next up is Parashasana. As you keep your feet flat, hold on to opposite knees and pull them tightly against your chest. As you gaze to your third eye, keep your tongue up in Kechari Mudra as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
तले भूमो निधाय जानु उरसि निधाय.
Next up is Bodhasukasana. From the same position, hold on to opposite wrists and pull your knees in. As you place your chin on top of the knees, tongue up in Kechari Mudra, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
भूपगदली भूपरिधरे कोरमा हिलिय शेखरे.
Next up is Kudakatasana. From the same position, place your arms under the knees and hold on to opposite elbows. Gaze to your nose as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो हाथ पग बाहर ले आवे गोड़ा नीचे ले टहरावे.
Next up is Sumati Asana. As you maintain the same hold beneath the knees, stack the right leg over top, cross your ankles with the toes pointing up. Visualize the great sage Maharishi Sumati in Sumati Asana.
कुलद्वारी धरती पर इठाने डावा पग परिधज बदाने.
Next up is Dandasana. Extend your legs out forward and raise your hands up as you interlock your fingers and keep the wrists pointing outwards. Now engage all the bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha, as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु.
Next up is Arambhasana. From the waist, bend forward and down. Hold onto the big toes with your legs extended forward. Bring your head down towards the knees as you perform the Mula Bandha and start breathing in Nadi Shodhana. Inhaling through one nostril, exhaling through the other, alternating without the support of your fingers. Now visualize Swamiji as you do so in Arambhasana.
दो वो पग मिलिवा पसारी पगा का अंगूठा पकड़ी लीलाट गोड़ा लगावे.
Next up is Pidukasana. As you sit with your legs straight, extend your knees slightly up. Keep one hand distance between your heels as you bring your shoulders down, hands in and around the knees, holding on to the soles of the feet from the outside. Gaze to your third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथम बेसी दो पाव पसारी कछुक उर्द को कुरडो डारे.
Next up is Jalandhari Vavasana. As you sit with your legs extended forward, bring your hands below the shins with the palms facing up. Lean forward and down. Bring your chin to the feet.
दो एड़ी में लिखे दीजिए हाथ पसारी.
The next asana is Urdhva Paschimottanasana. As you sit and extend both legs forward, Bring one leg behind your neck and hold onto the front foot with both hands, as in Paschimottanasana. Engage the perineal floor as you breathe in Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Visualize your prana is flowing up through your body through 9 various points, which are the soles of the feet, from there to the genital region, to the navel, to the heart, to the throat, to the uvula, to the center of the eyebrows, the top of the forehead, and all the way through the Brahmarandra, the crown of your head. Visualize your prana is flowing upward in golden light as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पश्चिमतानवत् संस्थितिं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत्.
Next up is Anantasana. Now, with your legs still behind your neck, hold onto the foot with the opposite hand and straighten your spine as you lay down. Visualize your infinite, endless, eternal as you gaze to your nose and keep on breathing in Pratyahara Pranayama.
तानशयनी एकैकं पायि ग्रीवायां विन्यस्य.
Next up is Ankushasana. From Anantasana, rest on the elbow of the hand holding the foot. Concentrate on prana moving from Muladhara to Brahmarandha. Gaze to your nose and feel in complete control.
उत्तानशयित एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन्.
Next up is Drushasana. As you lay on your back, pull your knees in towards your chest with both hands and rock your body from side to side as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
तानशयनं जानुनि हृदयवष्टम्भ.
Next up is Urdhva Paschimottanasana on the other side. Now bring the other leg behind your neck, lean forward and down. Perform the Mula Bandha and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पश्चिमतानवत् संस्थितिं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत्.
Next up is Anantasana. As you lie on your back, with your leg behind your neck, feel yourself being endless, unending, Ananta in Anantasana.
तानशयनी एकैकं पायि ग्रीवायां विन्यस्य.
Next up is Ankushasana. From Anantasana, rest on the elbow of the hand holding the foot as you concentrate on the prana moving from Muladhara to Brahmarandha. Feel in complete control in this asana. Next up is Yoga Nidrasana. As you lay on your back, lift your legs one by one up behind your head. If you can't bring your legs behind your head, you can bring them over your shoulder or cross them in front and pull them in, opening up your hips. As you gaze to your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Mula Bandha.
पादाभ्यां वेष्टयेत् कण्ठं हस्ताभ्यां पृष्ठबन्धनम्.
Next up is Atma Ramasana. With your legs over your shoulders, bring your arms up and hold on to your neck as you gaze to your nose and visualize Lord Vishnu blessing you from within.
आत्माराम आसन प्रथमसो धोसोऽपि.
Next up is Kochikasana. As you lay down on your back, lift your knees up to your chest with the soles of the feet pointing upwards, and then extend your arms out to the side. Gaze to your third eye as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space and feel the prana flowing up in Pratyahara Pranayama.
दो हाथ सीधा सा करे धनुषो उभे सफा करे.
From Kochikasana, we are moving on to Jatara Parivritti. As you lay on your back, with the knees pulled up to your chest, arms extended out to the side, drop one knee to the side. This is the first step. Then pull both knees bent to the side. This is the second step. And then extend both legs to the side, hold onto the feet, gaze in the opposite direction. Now, return to the center position. Keep visualizing Swamiji and perform the Mula Bandha as you repeat all the 3 steps on the other side. Step 1, bring your knee down, extend the other leg. Step 2, bend the knees. Step 3, extend the legs, hold onto the feet, gaze away from the feet in Jatara Parititi.
परिवृत्ति कुक्षि भागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः
The next asana of the sequence is the Dvipadapitam. As you lie on your back, bend your knees and place your feet flat on the ground. Hold your ankles and lift your hips up as you gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as sturdy as a bridge. Breathe in Murcha Kumbhaka with Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha engaged.
प्रतिक्रियायुतं द्वन्द्वपीठे सर्वबलप्रदम्
The next asana is Paryankasana. Now lay on your back and place your feet flat on the mat as you bring your arms over your head. And place them on the mat as well with the fingers pointing towards your feet. Visualize yourself as sturdy as stone furniture as you breathe in Sahadra Kumbhaka in Paryankasana.
उत्तानशयनं हस्ततलाभ्यां भूमिमष्टभ्याम्
The next asana is Shvotanasana. As you lay on your back, pull your knees in towards your chest. Hold your shoulders with your respective hands. As you move your hips in a circular motion, visualize yourself as a dog playfully rolling around on its back.
शवच्छरीरं संस्थाप्य जानुनी सम्मील्य नाभौ वाणिज्य हस्ताभ्यां कन्दरां बद्ध्वा भ्रामयेत् श्वोत्तनं भवति
Next up is the Viparita Karani. As you lay supine, raise your legs and hips up. Keep your hands flat on the mat, toes pointing up. Now move your feet in a circular motion as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space and you breathe in Mudra Kumbhaka.
भूतले सुशिरो दत्त्वा खेनये चरणद्वयम्.
Now stop the movement. Perform Viparita Karani too.
करणी विपरीताख्या सर्वाधिव्याधिनाशिनी.
Next up is Langalasana. As you lay on your back, bring your hips up and your feet over top of your head. Interlock your fingers behind your back in Parashur Mudra as you visualize yourself as a plow in Langalasana.
नरकासने स्थित्वा नासिका प्रदेशे भूमौ पादपृष्ठे स्थाप्य.
The next asana is Chaita Paschimottanasana. From the same position, hold onto your feet with your hands as you perform Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha. This is one of the 84 different asanas revealed directly by Lord Paramashiva himself. Visualize Paramashiva as you internally chant the Mahavakya Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
तानं शयित्वात् कुर्वीत शयितपश्चिमतानकम्.
Next up is Supta Konasana. In the same position, raise your hips up above your head. And then spread your legs wide apart. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, perform Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha.
परिवृत्ते कुक्ष भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः.
Next up is Chakrasana. Bring the feet back together above your head as you hold onto your ankles. Keep your arms and legs straight as you roll onto your back. Visualize yourself as a chakra, a wheel in Chakrasana.
पूर्वदानं चतुष्पादपीठं वज्रासनं तथा.
Next up, Supta Prasarita Paramgushtasana. Now, stretch your legs up above your body and hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra. Then open up your legs wide to the side as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Mula Bandha and breathe in Ujjayi Pranayama. Make an ocean-like sound with your mouth as you keep your navel engaged.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रम्. उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
The next asana is Supta Paramgushtasana. With your legs extended upwards, hold onto the big toes and keep the feet together, legs straight. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next up is Matsyasana. From the same position, cross your legs into Padmasana and bring your hands above your head and hold on to opposite elbows as you gaze through your nose and visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu.
मुक्त पद्मासनं कृत्वा उत्तानशयनं चरेत्.
Next up is Padashadamasana. As you lay on your back with the legs in Padmasana, place the back side of the right hand onto the left palm, palms facing up. Gaze to your nose and visualize Lord Rama in your inner space.
आत्मा राम आसन प्रथम सुधोषो वे.
Next up is Sarvangasana. Now, with the legs in Padmasana, raise your hips and legs up. Bring your hands to the lower back for support with your elbows down on the mat. Now visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you engage Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha.
अथवा क्षेत्र संक्षेपात् सर्वांगासनम् उत्तमम्.
Next up is Vrishchikasana. As you lay on your back, place one foot onto the opposite thigh. Hold the knee up towards your chest as you extend your arms up above your head with the fingers hooked forward. Gaze to your nose as you visualize yourself as a scorpion.
प्रथमशयन सुधोषीष्केशकी संधि सुदाखे.
Now repeat Vrishchikasana on the other side by exchanging the position of your feet. Keep your arms extended up and visualize yourself as a scorpion.
प्रथमशयन सुधोषीष्केशकी संधि सुदाखे.
Next up is Vrishaparakshipasana. As you lie on your back, interlace your fingers around the neck and lift both feet off the ground as you bring one knee in towards your chest back and forth. Now visualize Swamiji in your inner space and breathe calmly through your nose in Sahajra Kumbhaka.
उत्तमं शयनं कृत्वा अङ्गुलिभ्यकन्द्रां बद्ध्वा.
Next up is Maruttanasana. Keep your hands at the side of your hips as you lift both feet up. Alternate, bringing one knee in towards your ear. Touch your ears with your knees alternatingly as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
श्रोतानवथं स्थिति कृत्वा जानद्वयं पर्यायेन कर्णयोः संस्पृशेत्.
Next up is Vrikasana. As you lay on your back, place your feet flat and stand up and sit back down as you visualize yourself as a wolf.
उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा पादतलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा.
Next up is Luthasana. As you lay on your back, quickly throw your legs above your head. Completely roll over again and again. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and finally finish in a prone position.
उत्तानशयनं पादोशिर उल्लङ्घ्य.
Next up is Saradhasana. As you lay on your stomach, place your hands next to the chest and contract your lips, making a whistling sound like a flute on the inhalation as you visualize yourself as a chariot, carrying warriors into a battle for Dharma on your chariot back.
निब्जशयनं कृत्वा नाभिं भूमौ निधाय.
Next up is Dehali Ulanganasana. Now place your hands flat on the mat and push your body up into a plank position. Jump your feet in between the hands back and forth as you visualize yourself transcend body and mind in Dehali Ulanganasana.
हस्तद्वयं बद्ध्वा तन्मध्ये तरणद्वये मुद्दानैव बहिरानीय.
Next up is Jati Asana. From a standing position, place your hands on the mat and start walking back and forth on your mat as you visualize yourself as a wise 60-year-old elephant.
अथ जात्यासनं वक्ष्ये येन जातिस्मरो भवेत्.
Next up is Loritika Karana. Now stand with the knees bent and the feet pointing outwards. Bend your elbows and keep your hands at the chest level as you swiftly move your arms across the body and then bring them back to the center. Tilt your head back, open up your chest, and move your head in all directions. Next up is Sadapasana. As you stand erect on the mat like a rod, keep your hands by the sides, feet together. Tie your feet with a rope if you have one available. As you then visualize your Kundalini Devi rising and curling upward around your body.
अथ सर्पासनं वक्ष्ये वायुपानाय केवलम्.
Next up is Ushtra Sadhanasana. While standing, place all fingers on the mat and stand on your hands. Hold the feet from the front as you walk around on the mat, visualizing yourself as a camel.
मुष्टिकनिष्ठिका प्रदेशेन भूमनिधाय.
Next up is Ashvasana. From the same position, as you hold your feet from the outside, visualize yourself as a horse walking around on the mat.
मुष्टिकनिष्ठिका प्रदेशेन भूमो निधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य.
Next up is Kapota Nitakasana. As you stand with your feet together, bring your hands behind your back and interlock them in Parasha Mudra, pulling them down towards your calf as you open up your chest widely. Now, visualize yourself as a soaring bird diving head first in rapid speed.
पादतले भूमो निधाय पृष्ठभागेन हस्तौ जङ्घापर्यन्तं नीत्वा.
Next up is Tala Pushpa Bodham Karana. As you stand tall with the palms together in Namaskara Mudra, keep your toes pointing outward and your knees slightly bent. Then bow down to one side, open up your palms, and raise the knees as you raise the heels up. Visualize yourself holding a bouquet of flowers and offering it to Paramashiva. Next up is Khadgasana. Now visualize yourself as a rhinoceros as you gaze to the tip of your nose, contract the perineal region. Then lower your body down onto your stomach. Jump your feet up towards your hands. Rise up, keep your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front, symbolizing the horn of the rhinoceros.
आसनं कृत्वा पादतलाभ्यां भूमिं वष्टभ्य.
Next up is the Uttanottanam. You can hold weights if you want to intensify this asana. Now, sit down all the way or as low as you can to the ground and stand back up. Do this again and again as you gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
पुनः पुनः उत्थातव्यम् असितव्यम् इति उत्थानोत्थानं भवति.
Sorry for the technical glitch. I hope we are back and visible. As we're going to continue with the next asana of the sequence, which is Musalasana. Now stand straight on the mat and raise your arms upwards. And then visualize yourself as a maze as you jump continuously.
पुनः पुनः उत्थातव्यम् असितव्यम् इति उत्थानोत्थानं भवति.
Next up is Utsheshakasana. Now pull one foot up towards your chest as you sit down and stand back up on the other leg. Repeat this movement on the other side as you gaze to your nose and visualize Swamiji.
दो हाथ पग बाहर आने, घोड़ा तरे कागज सीधाने.
Next up is Parshva Karana. Now stand straight with one knee bent and the toes pointing outwards. Raise the other knee up towards your chest and hold it with the arm encircled, hand in a fist. The opposite hand on the inner thigh with the fingers pointing inwards. As you stand straight, relax from this intense sequence of asanas. As we are moving on to Tandavasana. Now visualize yourself fiercely dancing as Lord Shiva as you extend your arms out forward and one leg forward as you sit down and stand back up.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं भवति. यत् कृत्वा ब्राह्मणो भवेत्.
Next up is Garudasana 3. Now bring the foot over and around the opposite leg. Tuck the toes behind as you bring the arm underneath and bring your hands in Namaskara Mudra, visualizing Lord Garuda near inner space.
डाबो पग मोड़ी एडी माहिलो बुलबुल द्वारनी चाहिए.
Next up is Dhuruvasana, the pole star posture. Now stand on one leg and hold on to the big toe of the other leg as you extend it out to the side. Rotate on the standing leg as you visualize yourself as the North Pole Star.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्य अग्रं धृत्वा.
Now stand straight and bring one foot behind your neck. Sit down and stand back up as you visualize Lord Vishnu blessing you from within in Trivikramasana.
ग्रीवायां पादं संस्थाप्य स्थाप्यम् उत्थातव्यं त्रिविक्रमासनं भवति.
Now repeat Parshva Karana on the other side. Pull the other knee in towards your chest as you keep the opposite hand on the thigh with the fingers pointing inwards. Now repeat Tandavasana on the other side. As you extend the other leg forward, sit down and stand back up, fiercely dancing as Lord Shiva.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं भवति.
Next up is Brahmanasana. Bring the other foot towards the inner thigh. As you keep the hands hanging down, visualize Lord Brahma blessing you from within.
दक्षाङ्घ्रिं वामपादस्य जङ्घोपरि निधाय च.
Now repeat Garudasana 3. Bring the leg over top and tuck the toes behind. As you bring the arm below and your hands in Namaskara Mudra, visualize yourself as Lord Garuda.
उत्थानकूर्मपीठं च संहस्करुणमेव च.
Now repeat Ekapadasana. Place the foot on the opposite thigh, hands relaxed by the side. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दक्षाङ्घ्रिं वामपादस्य जङ्घोपरि निधाय च.
Now repeat Dhruvasana on the other side. Hold onto the big toe and rotate on the standing leg as you visualize yourself as the North Pole Star.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्याग्रं धृत्वा.
Now repeat Trivikramasana as you stand. Bring your leg behind your neck. If you can't bring it behind your neck, bring it over your shoulder or pull it up towards your chest. You can also just cross it over your thigh. Then stand, sit down and stand back up.
ग्रीवायां पादं संस्थाप्य स्थातव्यम् उत्थातव्यं त्रिविक्रमासनं भवति.
Next up is Samana Kakarana. As you stand on the mat, keep your heels together, toes pointing outwards, and your hands slightly extended away from the body, fingers pointing one by one. As you recover from this intense sequence of asanas, and let us now move on to the final 100 asanas of the sequence, starting with Gorak Anjali Asana. Now squat and interlock your fingers underneath your legs. As you bring the finger lock to your navel, visualize the great sage Goraknath and breathe in Jivachala Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply and moving prana freely up and down through your system.
दोवो करके उभय हते एक और बार लिमय ले भेरी.
Next up is Kanchi Asana. As you squat down, interlock your fingers underneath and behind your butt. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, perform the Mula Bandha.
पूर्वमध्यात् हस्तौ निवेश्य नितम्बं धृत्वा.
Next up is Bhairo Asana. Now sit in a squatting posture with your heels touching the perineum. Hold your hands at the back and sit upright as you gaze to your navel and visualize Bhagavan Kala Bhaira, the Lord of Time.
दो की थजा की माहिली को और मिलाजी.
Next up is Varahasana. As you squat all the way down to the ground, keep your feet together, toes apart. Join your palms behind your back with the fingers pointing down in Anjali Mudra as you gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as Varaha, the boar avatar of Lord Vishnu.
पागतली की माहिली को और मिलाजी भना पानी उकड़ मोड़ वही से.
Next up is Prithvitasana. Now hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra and bring your hips to the same level as your knees. Keep your arms straight. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Mula Bandha.
पार्श्वद्वय सम्मील्य स्थित्वा नितमं जानुप्रदेश आनीज्य.
Next up is Bakasana. As you place your hands on the mat with the fingers wide, place your knees onto your arms towards the armpits, lean forward, find balance, and lift your feet off the mat as you visualize yourself as a crow.
हस्ताभ्याम अवनिमा वैष्णभ्याम.
Next up is Sushtanga Kapali Asana. Now, with your hands flat on the ground, bring your forehead down. Place the crown of your head onto the mat with your knees onto your arms. Then raise your hips, stretch your legs up straight into a headstand as you cross them into Padmasana. Gaze through your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Mula Bandha.
अथवा क्षेत्र संक्षेपात् सर्वांगासनम् उत्तमम्.
Now lower your body down, come to a kneeling posture. Uttanasana.
जानुर्वोरन्तरे सम्यक् कृत्वा पादतले उभे.
Next up is Vrikshasana too. As you Place your hands on the ground, shoulder width apart. Lift your body up straight into a handstand. This asana must be practiced to purify the 7 chakras. Now visualize yourself as a tree with deep roots into the ground in Vrikshasana too.
सप्तचक्रक्षालनाय वृक्षासनविशेषकान् सप्तचक्रक्षालनाय वृक्षासनविशेषकान्.
Now place your hands flat on the mat, shoulder width apart, and lower your body down, and then push it back up again and again as you visualize yourself as a fish.
नित्यं शयनं पूर्वपार्श्वभागायामूर्धकृत्या.
Lay down on your stomach, keep the toes pointing backwards and your hands on the hips. As you raise your chest and move from left to right, visualizing yourself as a snake in Sadapasana too.
नित्यं शयनं कृत्वा हस्तौ नितम्बं संस्थाप्य.
Next up is Nidalambanasana. As you lie prone on your belly with the toes tucked, toes stretched behind, keep your elbows on the ground and your hands in Padma Mudra, the lotus mudra, holding onto your chin. Rest your face on your hands as you feel self-supported and completely independent.
कराभ्यां भुजं कृत्वा तिष्ठेत् कुर्परयासुधीः.
Next up is Chaturasana. As you lay on your stomach, place your hands flat on the mat in front, straighten your arms and bend your knees as you bring your feet up towards your upper back and visualize yourself as an umbrella protecting your guru from the rays.
अध्यासनो स्थित्वा हस्ततलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा.
Next up is Vajrasana. Now come to a kneeling position and sit down with a perineum on the heels as you place your extend your arms, put in place palms on the mat, place your forehead on the ground as well. Gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as Vajra, the weapon of Indra, symbolizing your indestructibility in Vajrasana.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु.
Next up is Meshasana. With your hands flat on the ground, raise your hips up high and alternate striking the ground with your hands as you visualize yourself as powerful as a ram.
गजासन संस्थितो एकैकं बाहुं भूमौ ताडयेत्.
Next up is Ajasana. From Gajasana position, raise your legs up and slowly lower your face down towards the ground as you visualize yourself as unborn, existing for all eternity.
गजासन संस्थितो पादद्वयम् अन्तराळे कृत्य.
Next up is Dhanantarasana. As you sit in a kneeling posture, hold on to the big toes and pull them in towards your perineum. As you then place your hands on top of the thighs, gaze to your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, and perform the Mula Bandha. Now, interlace your fingers in front, and then move your arms from the left to the right, up and down in all directions, giving massage to various different joints and muscles of your body. Visualize Swamiji as you do so.
हस्तयोः अङ्गुलिर्बद्ध्वा हस्तयोर्मध्यात् सर्वमङ्गं निष्कासयित्वा.
Next up is Garudasana.
जङ्घोरुभ्यान्तरां पीड्य स्थिरकायो द्विजानुना.
Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself residing in the blissful space of a temple.
अथ वक्षे वीरनाथ आनन्दमन्दिरासनम्.
Next up is Mandukasana 2. Now sit with your feet flat, perineum down on the heels as you cross the soles of the feet and keep your tongue pressed up against the palate of your mouth in Mandukya Mudra. Visualize yourself as a frog as you perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
पादतलौ पृष्ठदेशे अङ्गुष्ठे द्वे च संस्पृशेत्.
Next up is Narasimhasana. Now sit on raised heels with the toes tucked. Place your hands flat on the ground in front of you. Thumbs touching, the base of the hand should touch your toes. As you gaze to your nose, stretch out your tongue and exhale forcefully, visualizing Narasimha, the lion-man avatar of Lord Vishnu.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फन्तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
Cover your mouth with both hands cupped over your nose and your mouth. Bring your you might have.
दो बगा की एड़ी जोजी गोड़ा फनोवान पुनि होई.
Next up is Makadasana. Now keep your feet flat. Sit on the heels as you gaze to your third eye and bend your elbows, bring your fingers towards your armpits and imitate it as if you were a monkey stretching itself. Visualize yourself as a playful monkey as you perform the Mula Bandha. Knees off the mat. Balance as you bring your arms behind your back and hold on to opposite elbows. Now gaze to your nose and embody diamond-like strength for you and your Sangha, your spiritual community.
दो हाथ पगों बीच आने तिनको गोड़ा नीचे ठाने.
Next up is Kanjanasana. Now keep your feet flat, sit on the heels, and keep your hands flat on the ground beside your body. Visualize perfect health beyond any physical or mental ailments as you gaze to your nose and perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. As you visualize yourself as a turtle with a stable body and mind to live for centuries, gaze to your nose in Kurma. From the same position, relax your upper body, gaze to your nose, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Next up is Vijyogasana. Now rise up onto your knees and cross your ankles behind, keeping the feet at the opposite knees. Next up is Ushta Sadhanasana. As you keep your feet flat in a kneeling position, bend backwards and hold on to the ankles as you push your hips forward and lower your head down backwards. Visualize yourself as a camel.
मेरुदण्डग्रन्थिदाढ्य संविपादयिषु पुमान्.
Next up is Jatyasana. With your heels together, the hands on the soles of the feet, slowly lean back. Bring your elbows to the mat and then the back of your head as well as you gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as a lotus blooming.
दो एड़ी संपुट करे सोले मूल द्वारित रिधरे.
Next up is Virathasana. As you sit on your knees with the thighs and calves together, lean back and touch your back to the ground, then rise back up again and again. You can use the support of your hands if needed. As you gaze to your nose and visualize the healing and liberation of all the causal subtle forms of your body.
जङ्घापृष्ठभूमो निधाय जङ्घोदरयोः ऊर्ध्नि संस्थाप्य.
Next up is Kapotasana. From Viratasana, raise your hips even higher. Hold onto your feet as you place your head in between the feet. Visualize yourself as a beautiful dove as you perform the Mula Bandha.
मेरुदण्डग्रन्थिदाढ्य संविपादयिषु पुमान्.
The next asana is Varasana. This is a boon fulfilling posture. Receive your boon from Paramashiva as you sit in a kneeling posture. Hold on to opposite arms with your hands as you gaze to your nose. Perform the Mula Bandha.
मेरुदण्डग्रन्थिदाढ्य संविवादयिषु पुमान्.
Next up is Varahasana too. Now, place your forearms on the ground and stay seated on the heels as you hold onto your head resting on your hands as you visualize yourself as Varaha. Now, the next asana is Mundasana. Place as a lob tree.
अधो मुण्डासनं वक्षे सर्वेषां प्राणिनां सुखम्.
Next up is Andhasana. Now kneel down with your head in between the knees. Place your elbows adjacent to the knees as you are.
भगदले समटारावे गौरमाहिली उभे मिलावे.
Next up is the Viparita Shalabhasana. As you lie down on your belly, you can hold on to weights if you want to intensify this asana. Extend your arms out in front. Raise your feet and your arms. Raise your whole chest and legs off the ground as you visualize yourself as a locust.
शलभासन भेदाश्च नटभेरुण्ड नामके.
Next up is Kapalasana. Now place your hands next to your hips with the palms facing down, forehead on the ground. As you lift your legs off the ground, feet together, and visualize a skull representing the mind with purified thoughts and the strong will to attain enlightenment. In Kapalasana, the skull posture.
कपालं भूमो निधाय ऊर्ध्वं पादो नयेत्.
Next up is Akasha Kapotasana. As you lie on your stomach with the hands by the sides, lift your legs up over your head. Slowly place your feet on the ground in front of your head. As you intensely bend your back, visualize yourself as a free and open dove.
उष्ट्रासने स्थित्वा चरणौ भूमेरु.
Forearms on the ground. Be sturdy and visualize yourself as a sparrow.
कूर्परपर्यन्तौ हस्तौ धरामोष्टभ्य जानुनी नाभौ संकुञ्च.
We're going to move on from Chatakasana to Vrishchikasana too. As you kneel down with your hands and elbows on the mat, raise your legs, bend.
विच्छेपपुच्छ प्रतिमां गर्भाश्ने धृत्वा स्वशीर्षे चिबुकं विधार्य.
Visualize yourself as a bull as you start breathing in Antaranga Kumbhaka. Forcefully inhale, hold your breath, and then slowly exhale.
यामे गुल्फे पादमूले वामभागे पदेतरम्.
Next up is Lolasana. As you place your hands in front of your body on the ground, raise your body up with the knees bent, and now bring the left toes over the right as you balance on the mat. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
लोलासनं सदा कुर्याम्.
Next up is Balagunasana. Now, tuck the
आसन को गुण जल विकार जाई.
The next asana is Grahasana. Now squat with the feet flat on the mat. Bring your elbows under the thighs and wrap your hands around the shins. Hold onto your ankles from the outside as you visualize yourself as the entire planet.
पादतले भूमौ संस्थाप्य जानुमध्ये कुरुपरौ स्थाप्य
Now repeat Balagunasana on the other side. Place the toes of the other foot down, keep the opposite knee to the chest, and visualize Balaguna high.
आसन को गुण जल विकार जाई.
Next up is Utkatasana. Now squat on the toes with the heels up, knees off the mat. You can hold weights if you want to intensify this asana. As you keep your spine straight, visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
युजस्विजोस्तीयत ऊर्वजानो यत्रासने पादतलद्वयोपरि.
Next up is Vajrasangarasana 2. Now keep the soles of the feet together, toes tucked, heels raised, and keep the knees off the mat as you hold on to the opposite elbows behind your back. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथम प्रणापाणी होय जैसे दो एड़ी गुदानी वैसे.
Next up is Anilasana. Now squat or sit with the feet hip width apart, hands under the soles of the feet from the inside, palms down, arms straight. Keep your elbows at the navel as you gaze to your nose and visualize you are able to live off of air alone.
दो हाथ भूमि पर टाने कहनी जाड़ी ना भी लग आने.
Next, from a standing position, bend forward and down. Place your hands on the mat and jump your feet up again and again, visualizing yourself as a rooster.
हस्ततले भूमौ कृत्वा पादतले च ऊर्ध्वमुड्डानं कृत्वा.
Next up is Viparita Nrityasana with your hand. Next up is Kunjarasana. From a standing position, spread your legs apart and place one hand on the mat as you hold your ear with the other hand. Visualize Swamiji as you do so.
अथवक्षे महादेव कुञ्जरासनमुत्तमम्.
As you sit on the ground with your feet flat, heels close to your body, hold onto respective ankles and lift your feet off the ground as you visualize yourself as a Kadamba tree, a pious tree that promotes a long life.
पार्श्वेभ्यां भूमिमष्टभ्याम्.
Next up is Pavana Muktasana. As you sit with the feet flat, hold onto opposite knees and pull them towards your chest as you visualize any excess vata being released or balanced from the system.
द्वयोस्तु पादयोः पाणिं लात्वा स्वस्वनितम्बके.
Next up is Chakodasana. Now bring one leg behind your neck and extend the opposite leg forward. Hold on to the big toes as you keep one leg extended forward and pull the other foot towards your ear. Visualize yourself as a bow as you do so.
पादाङ्गुष्ठौ तु पाणिभ्यां गृहीत्वा श्रवणावधि.
Next up is Ashtavakrasana. Now bring one leg over top of the respective shoulder. Hook the opposite leg over top. Extend the legs to the side as you lean forward and balance on your arms. Visualize yourself as a flying crane as you do so.
वासिष्ठमतकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च.
Next up is Pranasana. Now bring one foot on top of the opposite thigh. Bring the respective shoulder underneath the raised knee. As you push the other knee towards the ground, gaze to your third eye and visualize you are immortal and able to exist solely from prana.
एतत् प्रभेदं वक्ष्यामि करोति यस्य चामरः.
Next up is Parshvamatsindrasana. Now place one heel at the outside of the opposite hip, step the other leg over top of the knee. Twist the elbow outside the knee, bring the arm below and interlock your fingers behind your back as you twist your body intensely. Lift your body up as you visualize yourself as a powerful source of energy.
पूर्वदानं चतुष्पादपीठं वज्रासनं तथा.
Bring the other leg over the shoulder. Opposite leg hooked over top. Extend the legs to the side. Lean forward. as you visualize yourself as a flying crane.
वासिष्ठमथकौण्डिन्यमूर्धकुक्कुटमेव च.
Now, repeat Pranasana on the other side. Bring the other foot on top of the opposite.
चामरः.
Next up is Parshvamatsendrasana.
यास्तु पार्श्वमत्स्येन्द्रमुत्तमम्.
Next up is Ardha Paschimottanasana. As you keep one leg straight and press the perineum with the other heel, lean forward and down, hold on to the front foot with both hands as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
एकं पादं प्रसार्य एकं पादस्य पार्श्वना सीवने सम्पीड्य.
Next up is Kranchasana. Now keep the left ankle outside the hip. Hold onto the right foot with both hands and extend the leg straight forward and up. Now visualize yourself as a crane.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Now repeat Ardha Paschimottanasana on the other side. Press your perineum with the opposite heel as you lean face, visualizing yourself as a crane.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकम्.
Next up is Svastikasana. Now cross your feet and place your soles of the feet in between the thighs and calves. Keep your spine straight, palms on the knees, gaze to the nose, and embody peace, well-being, good fortune, and prosperity as you visualize a swastika.
जानोर्वोरन्तरे सम्यक् कृत्वा पादतले उभे.
Next up is Gorakshasana. Now cover the heels, engage Jalandhara and Mulabandha, gaze to the nose, and visualize Sage Goraknath.
जानोर्वोरन्तरे पादौ उत्तानो व्यक्तसंस्थितौ.
Now place the left heel against the perineum, the right foot on top of the opposite thigh as you close all your five senses in Shanmukhi Mudra. Ring and little finger over the mouth, middle finger to the nose, index fingers closing the eyes, and the thumbs closing the ears as you meditate on Arihanta, the Enlightened One.
वामं पार्श्वगतं संस्थाप्य दक्षाङ्घ्रिवामजगने.
Next up is Yogasana. As you place your feet onto opposite knees, keep your hands on the side with the palms facing up. Breathe in Kakashanshu Kumbhaka through the rolled up tongue with your mouth in the shape of the beak of a crow, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
वामं पार्श्वगतं संस्थाप्य दक्षाङ्घ्रिवामजगने.
Next up is Urdhva Kukutasana. From Padmasana, place your hands in between the thighs and calves and lift your body off the mat with your hands outside the hip. Visualize yourself as a rooster as you lift your body up.
वासिष्ठमथकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च.
Next up is Siddha Haratali Asana. Bring your hands in between the thighs and calves. Keep the hands resting on the mat as you stay seated, gaze to your nose, and visualize Swamiji.
प्रथम पद्मासन को करे हस्तदो वो घोड़ासन जिधरे.
Next up is Hamsasana. Now push your body up off the mat as you gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as an elegant swan.
कुक्कुटासन स्थित्वा स्कन्दपर्यन्तं ऊरोनि नीत्वा.
Next up is Karmakasana. Now push your hands behind with your hands in between the thighs and calves. Place your forehead on the ground as you interlock your fingers in Padmasana Mudra behind your back, visualizing yourself as Pinaka, Lord Shiva's bow.
प्रथम पद्मासन को करे घोड़ासन दिमाही कर इधरे.
Next up is Kurmasana. Now with your hands in between the thighs and calves, bend your elbows and hold onto the opposite shoulders, onto the respective shoulders, as you visualize yourself as a turtle with a stable body and mind to live for hundreds of years.
बाएं जंग पर दक्षिण बाबा दाएं जंग पर बाएं ल्यावा.
From the same position, tuck your chin to the chest, engage Chalanarvanda and Moolavanda as you gaze to your nose and rejoice, knowing you're sitting in Shiva's secret knot posture, Granthi Bhedasana.
अथवा खेनीलकण्ठ ग्रन्थिभेदासनं शुभम्.
Now, from the same position, roll onto your back, hold onto your neck in Uttana Kurmasana as you gaze through the nose and visualize yourself embodying a turtle laying on its back.
कुक्कुटासन बन्धस्थं कराभ्यां धृतकन्धरम्.
Now sit back up into Padmasana. Bring both hands in between the thighs and calves. Place one hand flat on the mat and hold its wrist, lifting your body up onto one arm as you visualize yourself as a rooster.
कुक्कुटासनं स्थित्वा स्कन्धपर्यन्तं मूरोनि नीत्वा.
Now lift your body up on the other hand as you repeat Pangu Kukkutasana on the other side.
कुक्कुटासनं स्थित्वा स्कन्धपर्यन्तं मूरोनि नीत्वा.
Next up is Kritasana. From Padmasana, place your elbows on the toes. Interlock your fingers, place your chin down, press your thumbs to the throat as you visualize you have gone beyond all greed and covetous.
जानोर्वोरन्तरे पादौ उत्थानो व्यक्तसंस्थितौ.
Next up is Padmasana 3. From Padmasana, place your hands on the knees. Gaze to the nose, engage all three bandhas and visualize Swamiji.
उत्थानो चरणो विधाय विधिवत् शक्तिस्थितौ योगिरात्.
Next up is Padmasana 4. With your hands on the knees, gaze at the nose and visualize Paramashiva in your inner space. Perform the Mula Bandha.
एतत् पद्मासनं कुर्यात् प्राणवायु प्रसिद्धये.
Next up is Karmakasana 2. Keep one hand on the respective knee, hook the other hand around the big toe, move it around as you visualize yourself as Lord Shiva's bow. Then repeat the movement on the other side.
अथान्यासनमावख्ये योगपूरकरक्षणात्.
Now interlock your fingers, cross your arms behind your back, and hold on to opposite big toes in Prana Mudra. As you gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as Lord Shiva's bow, engage all three bandhas in Karmakasana 3.
कार्मुकासनमाक्षित्य उदरे पूरयेत् सुखम्.
Next up is Tridhasana. From the same position, raise your chest and gaze up as you visualize yourself as the action of Paramashiva's third eye, destroying anything you come across.
पूर्वभ्यामुपरि स्थाप्य पादयुग्मं प्रयत्नतः.
Now roll onto your back. Try to hold onto the big toes, otherwise lay on crossed arms behind your back with the legs in Padmasana. Gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as a snake as you breathe in Sahadra Kumbhaka in Nagarasana.
प्रथम पद्मासन कोठाने दो हाथ पाछाने आने.
Next up is Kandukasana. Now free your arms and legs. Pull your knees towards as you lay on your back. Interlock your fingers behind your neck. Keep the feet flat with the knees raised as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
प्रथमे सूद सैन करावे घोड़ा उभा राशि मिलावे.
Next, now place your hands at the lower back and raise your hips up as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Keep the weight of your body on your elbows in Uttana Shikipitakasana.
जंघोर बलहीनश्चेत् उत्तानसिकि पीठकम्.
Now raise your legs up and place your hands on the mat, balancing with your legs straight as you visualize yourself blissfully traversing or engaged as you visualize yourself as a boat crossing the ocean of samsara.
तिर्यन्नौकावते ग्रीवा पृष्ठकूर्परैः भूमिं वष्टभ्य.
Now lay down, creating you. Internally chant the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
तिर्यन्नौकावते ग्रीवा पृष्ठकूर्परैः भूमिं वष्टभ्य. उत्तानं शभवद्भूमौ शयनं तु शवासनं. शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारणम्.
Now slowly return to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles, your elbows and your knees. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Walk your body from side to side as you slowly return to a comfortable seated position. Congratulations, you completed the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, all 308 asanas of the sequence. We are now swiftly going to move on to the power manifestation session, so stay tuned. Manifest the Shaktis of Paramashiva after this intense yoga session. As we conclude this session, sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line, hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of the heart center. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, visualize Swamiji in your inner space as we chant the Purna mantra.
पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्.
Thank you all, Nityanandam.
Sit as Paramashiva. Inhale and exhale deeply with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Visualize, meditate, connect with him. He is a living, alive being. Drop your form into his form and dissolve. Remember, you are a Sarupya Mukta, means your form is dissolved into his form. All my disciples, now I am initiating Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, Sayujya Mukti. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Blissfully celebrating, fulfilled, complete. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Which system you're using till now? Surya's laptop, because mine is on his laptop. Yeah, permit. On priming class, man. Priming இல்லையாங்க இல்ல இங்க தான் இருப்போம் முடிச்சலாம் இல்ல
Our biology became one with cosm we carry, became one with macrocosm of Paramashiva. Let our organism become one with Paramashiva's organism. Let Paramashiva's organism become one with our organism. Let oneness Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes.
Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Om Nityananda. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.